In the heart of a quiet village, where the sun painted golden patterns on the grass, there stood a mighty old oak tree. Its branches stretched out like welcoming arms, and its leaves whispered secrets to anyone who would listen. One warm afternoon, a group of children gathered beneath its shade. Their laughter danced through the air, mixing with the songs of the birds. Some sat cross-legged, some curled up on colorful mats, but all eyes were fixed on the path leading to the tree. From that path, an old man slowly emerged, leaning gently on a carved wooden walking stick. His beard was long and silver, and his eyes twinkled with stories untold. The children gasped in excitement, for they knew this man carried tales older than the hills themselves. "Come closer, my young friends," the old man said with a warm smile. "I have a story to share, a story of wonder, courage, and magic." As he spoke, tiny lights began to twinkle in the air around them, glowing softly like fireflies. The children leaned forward, their eyes wide with curiosity, ready to be swept away on an adventure. "In a land far beyond here," the old man began, his voice a gentle hum, "there was a forest unlike any you have ever seen. Trees whispered to each other. Rivers sang sweet lullabies, and animals spoke in voices only the heart could hear. In that very forest lived a mischievous fox with a twinkle in his eye, a rainbow-colored bird whose feathers shimmered with every hue imaginable, and a dragon who wasn't nearly as scary as he looked." As the tale unfolded, the children could almost see the fox tiptoeing through the tall, rustling grass. They could picture the bird spreading its shimmering wings, painting the sky with trails of light, and the gentle dragon curling up peacefully around a sparkling stream. The magical lights in the air seemed to dance along with the story, twisting and turning, making the enchanted forest feel real right before their eyes. One curious little girl reached out her hand, and the glowing, magical bird fluttered around her fingers. It landed briefly on the old man's shoulder before soaring back into the imaginary sky. The children laughed and gasped in unison, feeling as if they had stepped right into the story themselves. They were no longer just listening, they were part of the adventure. Hours passed by in what felt like mere moments, and the story grew richer with every word. The fox, once so mischievous, learned the true meaning of kindness. The dragon, who had always felt timid, discovered a deep well of courage within himself. And the beautiful rainbow bird taught them all about the simple beauty of believing in the impossible, of seeing magic in the everyday. Finally, the story reached its gentle end. The magical lights faded away, but they left a warm, comforting glow in the children's hearts. The old man smiled, his eyes full of a quiet, gentle pride. "Remember," he said softly, his voice a whisper on the breeze, "stories live not just in books, but in the hearts of those who listen. And each of you carries a story of your own, a unique and wonderful tale just waiting to be told." As the sun dipped behind the hills, casting long, peaceful shadows through the oak's ancient branches, the children hugged each other. They whispered excitedly about the magical adventure they had just shared, their minds filled with wonder. The old oak stood tall and silent, its leaves rustling gently, as if promising that more stories would come with every new day. And so, under the watchful branches of the wise old oak, the magic of stories lived on forever, waiting for those willing to listen. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more tales of wonder. Thanks for listening.